We want religion brought back to America. We want to bring God back into our beautiful USA like never before. We want God back. Charlie would have been so pleased to hear his friends and colleagues today giving testimony and giving glory to God. Within minutes of the gunshot in Utah, millions of Americans, young and old, heard the news and dropped to their knees and started praying. Even many who rarely prayed asked God for a miracle. Please, God, save Charlie. But although Charlie's time with us on earth is ended, those prayers for a miracle have already been answered. Look at what's happening. Look at what's happening. In the days since Charlie's death, we have seen how his legacy has touched so many millions around the world. In Calgary, Canada, thousands gathered at City Hall to sing the American national anthem and raise up posters with the name Charlie Kirk. In Seoul, South Korea, crowds gathered to wave American flags and shout, "We are for Charlie Kirk." His memory has been honored in the streets of Berlin, Warsaw, Vienna, Sydney, Madrid, London, Tel Aviv, and all over the world. So beautiful to watch. A man as far away as rural Australia texted a pastor, "I'm going to come to church tomorrow for the first time ever." The pastor asked, "Why is that?" The man replied, "Because of Charlie Kirk." Can you imagine? The lesson of Charlie's life is that you should never underestimate what one person can do with a good heart, a righteous cause, a cheerful spirit, and the will to fight, fight, fight. Have to fight.
There we go. I think we finally got a clearer picture.
And Charlie's a big factor, such a big factor. Charlie Kirk started with only an idea to change minds on college campuses.
Nope.
And instead he ended up with a far greater achievement, changing history. He changed history. Today, Charlie Kirk rests in glory in heaven for all eternity. He has gone from speaking on campuses in Wisconsin to kneeling at the throne of God, where he is right now. We grieve for the friend and leader that we have lost, but we go forward strengthened by his faith and bolstered by his courage and inspired by his example to defend the country he lived for the freedoms he died for, and the values in which he so deeply believed. He believed in values that we should all believe in. Charlie created something very special. It's called Turning Point USA. And under the leadership and love of Erica, it will become bigger and better and stronger than ever before.
I don't understand what the hell is going
Charlie, we all
on
want to
with...
thank you. We want to say a very loud God bless you, Charlie. God bless you for what you've done. It's incredible. And God bless Erica and the children. God bless the United States of America. And could I ask Erica, please come out. Erica, please come out. Thank you.
Okay, lights, so I can't see my own game. Well, that kind of sucks.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, and good luck. God be with you. Thank you.
Unbelievable. I cannot deal with this.
White House press briefing. Carolyn Levitt. Door opens and out comes Carolyn.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday. Good to see all of you here. I want to start with a preview of President Trump's very busy schedule for the week. Later this afternoon, the president will be making a major announcement focused on the childhood autism epidemic, alongside his top health advisors who are working to make America healthy again. This will be a powerful display of how the entire Trump administration is committed to addressing root causes of chronic conditions and diseases, embracing full transparency in government, and championing gold standard science. Tonight, the president will depart to New York City ahead of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly. He will be joined in New York City by the First Lady. Tomorrow morning, President Trump will deliver a major speech touting the renewal of American strength around the world, his historic accomplishments in just 8 months, including the ending of 7 global wars and conflicts. The president will also touch upon how globalist institutions have significantly decayed the world order, and he will articulate his straightforward and constructive vision for the world. The president will also be hosting bilateral meetings with the UN Secretary General and the leaders of Ukraine, Argentina, and the European Union. The president will also later in the day hold a multilateral meeting with Qatar, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, Turkey, Pakistan, Egypt, the UAE, and Jordan. After these important meetings, the president will attend a reception tomorrow night with more than 100 world leaders before returning to Washington, D.C. On Thursday here in White House, President Trump will welcome President.
I wonder if we have to disconnect one monitor. These two, can you help me?
Yeah.
Because I can't stream Twitch as choppy as it is from these monitors. I want it to directly come from my Xbox. And that's what I don't know how to do. Do you? Come on, you gotta help me out here.
Well, what's running
I
on the
can't.
black view?
I can't play my game, and everything is running off the black view and the Xbox. So now I took Restream off.
Thanks to President Trump's decisive leadership,
Actually, there's Restream camera still on the black view. I want to try to take some of the cords off and put them in the laptop, but I need
brand new polling shows
it
that Americans' faith in the economy
to
of the nation is back on track and shooting even higher.
copy this screen and not my duplicate monitor. And I don't know what to do. Okay. Oh. I don't even know what chords are chords. Good grief. Okay, what is this one? What camera am I unplugging? It was Twitch. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think it will work this way. But what the hell is this? I don't know what that was. Oh, I think it's that. Okay. Where's my... I don't even know what I unplugged because it doesn't look like any camera is unplugged. I have no clue what this is. What? I wonder. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm struggling here trying to figure out how to stream my game.
Hello. Okay. How come it doesn't come in as important? it does mark it. No, it was not updated. That's all. Because Phil at ZipRecruiter came in at the same time. How many? No, but I mean, how many do you get for $22? You're kidding me. Oh my God. You know what? But a regular bath towel is $14. Yeah, buy me one. That's all I need.
No, it's not that.
No, just those two sizes. Right below all the colors, you've got your choices. Oversized or bath. Yeah. Not at all. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah,
This is
I'm sure.
driving me nuts.
Then it starts to make sense. Oh, boy. Well, yeah, must not be coming from the Philippines. That's what it is. They haven't resourced yet. Resourced. Don't know what that means. Search me. Yeah. Right. All right.
I cannot play. Something is wrong here.
Well, why don't we take a little break and run to the pharmacy? Or call the pharmacy and validate that the prescriptions are ready for pickup.
Let's just deal with it later. I'm in no mood. I cannot find my frickin' they got girls. Oh, that's a DJ.
Or low. For home buyers, this represents a $250 decline in your monthly mortgage payment, or nearly $3,000 a year. President Trump has made it very clear he wants to continue to see mortgage rates decline to a record low, just like they did in his. Thanks to President Trump's unleashing energy dominance, gas prices are dropping, and Americans are spending the smallest share of their disposable income on gasoline since 2005. Additionally, the annual cost to own and operate a new vehicle is down by nearly 6% over the last year. Americans are earning more and they are spending more than ever before. After inflation outpaced for 26 straight months under Joe Biden, real wages have increased nearly every month since President Trump took office, with wages for blue-collar workers rising at the fastest rate. Retail sales are also booming, up 5% over last year, and the stock market is booming, and Americans' retirement accounts continue to do well, with the Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ all hitting new record highs. In fact, the S&P 500 is up nearly 15%, and the NASDAQ is up more than 21% since Election Day. As part of President Trump's mission to restore America as the manufacturing superpower of the world, he has secured nearly $9 trillion in U.S. investment, nearly 9 times more than Biden attracted in his entire 4-year term, and we expect that number to be upwards of $15 trillion very soon. We're already seeing the initial economic benefits of these investments, with industrial production recently rising.
All right, I think I know why that's not working.
President Trump built the greatest economy in the history of the world in his first term, and we are witnessing him do it all over again. Now, before I open it up to questions, I do want to speak on the heinous political assassination of Charlie Kirk. As President Trump powerfully stated yesterday, this assassination was an attack on everything that makes the United States of America the greatest country on earth. Without the heartwarming response from the overwhelming majority of the American people over the past 2 weeks is all of the proof that you need. The assassin who took Charlie's life can destroy flesh and blood, but he can never destroy the values that Charlie stood for. All across the country, millions of Americans have prayed, hosted vigils, attended church
Twitch
services,
definitely does
became
not
engaged for the first time.
tolerate 1080. How?
Ideals he died speaking for.
I probably have to
The
pay for
beautiful
Twitch.
memorial service attended by President Trump
All
to
right.
100,000 great Americans in State Farm Stadium yesterday was just the latest example. And Erica Kirk's mercy was one of the greatest acts of grace this world has ever seen. May God continue to watch over Erica and their beautiful children. Unfortunately, there have been some jarring exceptions to this unity. This past Friday, 58 House Democrats voted no, and 38 voted present on a resolution that simply stated, condemning in the strongest possible terms the assassination of Charles James Kirk and all forms of political violence. There were no strings attached to this vote. This was a simple gesture of human decency to denounce political violence. I wish I could say that this was only a fringe group, but 96 votes is nearly half of the entire House Democrat caucus. And they didn't just vote against this basic resolution condemning political violence, and took to the House floor to smear Charlie Kirk's name. The man wasn't even buried yet, and Democrat members of Congress were denigrating his memory on the floor of the House of Representatives. This was truly a sad moment and a clear reflection of how radical the Democrat Party has become. Many Democrats in elective office have now been totally captured by a radical fringe of the far left base who want to dehumanize every person they disagree with. We must continue to call this wickedness out. It's the only way that our nation can heal. For too long, past leaders have offered platitudes while political violence has been allowed to fester and harm innocent Americans. There has been coordinated campaigns dating back years, spearheaded by radical left-wing organizations centered on dehumanizing, intimidating, doxing, and even attacking Americans who they disagree with. These groups have radicalized impressionable individuals to foment violence. And it's Brett Kavanaugh's family home with plans to end his life. An attempted assassin came within an inch of ending President Trump's life in Butler, Pennsylvania, and on the campaign trail, another attempted assassin tried to kill the president at his golf club in Florida. A left-wing assassin shot United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson right in the back in the heart of New York City. ICE agents are facing a more than 1,000% increase in assaults for simply doing their jobs. Violent radical left-wing mobs engaged in illegal behavior, targeted Jewish Americans, and shut down America's college campuses.
Am I a left or a right? Okay.
Burned down Tesla dealerships out of, quote, protest of Elon Musk.
Why is this not working? Oh my gosh, I'm getting so irritated. I'm done with the games right now. I've got to figure out why my shit keeps shutting down.
Prominent examples of political violence in our country. Enough is enough, and as President Trump has promised, he will directly address the dark sources funding and supporting this domestic terrorism to finally restore order in our country. The American people can expect further, very strong action on this very soon. Everyone, Republican, Democrats,
what is this one? I don't even have what. Okay, oh my gosh, I don't even know what tone this is.
What we believe in. With that, I will take your question. In today's new media seat, we have Monica Page, who is the White House correspondent for this organization on the front lines. Monica, thank you for being lost of Charlie. I know you work with him. You are very close to him, and we appreciate your being in the new media seat. And also, you are here every day, just like the rest of everyone in this room. So why don't you kick us off today?
Caroline, I don't think you realize how much it means to me to be here in this seat, especially on behalf of the front lines. We greatly appreciate it. We also greatly appreciate the outpouring. Just really kind of
I don't understand why it's. See it.
And it doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you so much. I have 3 questions, if I may, on the horrific murder of Charlie Kirk. And local officials said that Antifa is being braved in these bullet casings that killed Charlie Kirk. It appears to be a trend, especially after what we saw in the Annunciation church shooting, Catholic church shooting. Additionally, Stephen Miller recently commented on the way there is a domestic terrorist movement growing in this country. The president is designating Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization. I'm wondering what is the approach to holding these people accountable, just to ensure that violence like this just is eradicated moving forward.
Sure. Well, Antifa is going to be designated a domestic terrorist organization. The president intends to sign that executive order very soon, as soon as it's drafted, as soon as today, later this afternoon. And this is something that was a rise in violence perpetuated by Antifa radical people across this country who subscribe to this group. And unfortunately, it's gone widely uncovered by many in the legacy media. It also went completely ignored by the previous administration. Not anymore. Not only, as you mentioned, were the bullet casings subscribed with Antifa mottos, if you will, in the heinous assassination of Charlie, but there have also been more examples that I could read off for you here in this briefing room today of violence from Antifa. I will just read a few. In July 2025, several members of an Antifa cell ambushed and opened fire on officers at an ICE facility in Alvarado, Texas, shooting 1 officer in the neck. Also in July 2025, 3 Antifa members were charged.
See, it says I have full HD and HD 80. quality.
which for weeks prior had been under siege from the local Antifa terror cell. In February 2024, transgender Antifa terrorists detonated an explosive device outside of the office of the Attorney General of Alabama. In July 2023, Antifa members linked to abortionist group Jane's Revenge firebombed pro-life facilities and vandalized churches.
Yeah.
I guess I did do it.
Oh, you did.
No, you don't even know what I'm admitting to.
What did you do?
You know that AI clip, that $18?
Yeah.
That was me, I guess.
Oh.
I did do it, and it looks like it does the editing form, and I think I because it says renew, and I'm not going to, but it says automatically crops your streams to highlight key moments, engages followers with captions and subtitles, and share clips on TikTok.
Wow.
So
that's impressive as hell.
I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just saying that's what I had to have done it. That must have been that $18.
I would like to have seen what we paid for.
I think we can. AI, was it then on the 30th? Yes, that was me.
Yes, okay.
But there is, hold on. I am.
I think President has answered this, and I will leave it to his response, Monica, where he so beautifully said, we have to keep.
I don't know how to do this. Copy and paste link
I know that's what Charlie would want us to
into
do.
your encoder.
We have a right to free speech in this country. The
What?
president supports it. It is protected
Twitch?
by our beautiful Constitution, and Americans should not cower in fear. They should rise up in courage to continue speaking the truth.
No.
Caroline, I'd love to know what your favorite memory of Charlie is. Sure. Charlie was
Maybe.
a great guy, and he was, of course, a very influential person in the conservative movement, in the MAGA movement, to the president during the campaign, and to all of us who worked on that campaign, that historic campaign. I myself had many great memories going on Charlie's amazing podcast. In his show, he was always willing to text people with words of encouragement. In fact, my last text exchange with him was the day before he died, and he was asking for my husband and I's address to send a children's book to our son. And I think that just speaks to.
See, they do have a son.
He was, and I know so many.
No, to her son.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay, now it's showing excellent streaming, but it's not pulling my game up.
I know there's been many reports about what this announcement at 4 o'clock will be, Gabe. The president is very excited about this. I don't want to scoop the president of the United States and our Secretary of Health and Human Services, but what I can assure you is that
Okay, TikTok's
our
up,
incredible
apparently.
team that this president has put together are really viewing
Kick,
things
I'm
much
removing this
differently.
channel
They are
right
paying attention to studies
now.
and the gold standard of science and research that many in this city for far too long have turned a blind eye to. So I think Americans are going to be enlightened and proud of what they hear later this afternoon, but I won't get ahead of the president on exactly what that announcement entails.
On a different topic, going back to the president's social media post from over the weekend.
Okay.
Regarding.
So, it doesn't matter.
His, seeking frustration that they haven't
We are not.
taken action quickly enough.
Let's remove it. Remove it.
The president said during his inaugural address, never again will the immense power of the state be recognized to persecute political.
I want to know where this account came from.
No, in fact, the president is fulfilling his promise to restore a Department of Justice that demands accountability. And it is not weaponizing the Department of Justice to demand accountability for those who weaponize the Department of
What the hell is happening?
Nobody knows what that looks like more than President Trump. We are not going to tolerate gaslight from anyone on the other side who is trying to say that it's the president who is weaponizing the DOJ. It was and his attorney general who weaponized the DOJ. Joe Biden used this sacred American institution to go after his political opponent in the middle of an election year. And you look at people like Adam Schiff and like James Comey and like Letitia James, who the president is rightfully frustrated. He wants accountability for these corrupt fraudsters who abused their power, who abused their oath of office to target the former president and candidates for the highest office in the land.
I've already fixed
and his hope for accountability by the millions and millions of people who realize elected him to this office with a mandate to demand accountability. And the president has not been shy about this, Gabe. In fact, when he traveled to the Department of Justice earlier this year, all of you were there to cover it. He said, quote, "I demand a full and complete accountability for wrongs and abuses that have occurred. The American people gave a mandate to investigate and root the corruption out of our system." And that's what the president wants to see done.
Joe,
Ed.
On the autism issue again, there are reams of scientific research that suggests there's no clear link between autism
Come on.
and
Oh.
acetaminophen usage. Suggested today they may have more information on this. A lot of it, this entire debate has the potential to confuse women.
Video playback?
Or what to do. What do you say to those that say what you're doing today potentially just introduces more confusion?
Same thing.
I think women for many years, in fact for decades, Ed, have been
This has to be
confused
right
by
at the bottom.
the rapid increase in autism in this country, and the childhood epidemic that is chronic epidemic, disease epidemic that is plaguing America's youth. Women are confused about that, and they want answers to that. And that's exactly what this administration is focused on finding. And before you jump to conclusions based on reports that the White House has not even confirmed, I would encourage everyone in this room to go into the 4 o'clock announcement with some critical thinking skills and with some open ears to actually listen to what the president and his team of outsiders have to say about this. And there will be a number of things that will be announced and discussed. And I think, I know as a mother myself, I speak, I believe, for many mothers across the country who really want answers to what is happening to our nation's children. So again, I won't get ahead of the president, but I think everyone in this room needs to tone down the judgment before you even hear what people are going to say. Sure.
So to on the Homeland investigation, can you just speak to the president asked the Justice Department to close the case, and does Homeland have to return the $50,000?
Well, Mr. Holman never took the $50,000 that you're referring to, so you should get your facts straight, number one. This was another example.
Damn, that bitch snapped.
The Biden Department of Justice.
Yeah, she don't put
one
up
of
with any
President
shit.
Trump's strongest and most vocal supporters in the midst of a presidential campaign. You had FBI agents going undercover to try and entrap one of the president's top allies and supporters, someone who they knew very well would be taking a government position months later. Mr. Holman did absolutely nothing wrong, and even the president's Department of Justice, even Kash Patel's FBI, looked into this just to make sure. They had a number of different prosecutors and FBI agents who looked into this. They found zero evidence of illegal activity or criminal wrongdoing. In the White House and the president stand by Tom Homan 100% because he did absolutely nothing wrong, and he is a brave public servant who has done a phenomenal job in helping the president shut down.
Save network bandwidth by playing video at a lower resolution.
Yeah, you've got plenty of that.
Okay. So it can't be the computer. It's got to be Twitch.
Yep. They are hosed up right now.
By conservatives across the country.
I can't even.
As I said to Monica, many of us were personal friends with Charlie and had involvement with Turning Point before we came and served our government in this way. So certainly it's a very shocking incident. And I think, it's very unfortunate that
Can't play like that.
In this movement have to think about violence just for speaking our minds and for supporting President Trump.
To follow up on that, I asked the president last night on Air Force One about this pattern of transgender violence we're seeing.
I don't even know if these are good tests.
Lived with his boyfriend who
I mean, numbers.
The shooting, the Covenant shooting, all of these incidents. The president said that we're looking into transgender violence. Does that mean the FBI is looking into it? And
Branding.
clarity on how the administration is viewing his uptake in specifically transgender violence?
It's definitely something worth looking into, and I think anyone who denies that at this point is being willfully.
Look, you want past streams?
The administration is taking it seriously, all causes of violence, and why these people would be driven to such evil and such hatred. And there's probably many answers to that question. The administration is really focused on all of them. For individual investigations and cases, of course, the FBI and the Department of Justice are leading those. But as for this overall violence and domestic terrorism that we're seeing, the White House and the president's policy team will be the charge, and that really begins with designating Antifa as a terrorist organization. And I can assure you there will be additional actions to come. Sure, and I think.
everyone. I just wanted to
Okay.
follow up quickly on something that the president had said yesterday. So we heard from Erica Kirk. She said she forgives the man who shot and killed her husband. And then right after
Now it's saying it's bad.
I don't want the best for them.
Let me look.
Really bringing down the temperature of political violence in this country. And then if I could, I'd follow up on Venezuela too.
Look, the president is authentically himself. I think that's why millions of Americans across the country love him and support him, including Erica Kirk, who you saw so beautifully was on stage with the president in an unthinkable moment in the midst of
Oh shit! You want to talk about having a day job? Hey, average of 8 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah,
How much is the deal? And can I give an exact number?
Twitch 8:30.
When can we expect to learn?
I know. I can't figure out what is wrong with it.
Who are the members involved in the deal?
So I don't have a specific number for you, nor am I going to confirm the specific individuals and entities. You have several details I'm happy to run through. For all of you, and the president will be signing the deal, the official at some point. Under the terms of this deal, TikTok will be American investors and controlled by a board of directors with extensive national security and cybersecurity credentials. In partnership with the U.S. government, Oracle will serve as TikTok's trusted security provider, and they will independently monitor the safety and data security of all U.S. user data on TikTok's platform. Americans' data will be stored securely in the United States without access from China.
Can I
All
just
US user data
call,
will be stored on
please?
servers operated by Oracle in the protected from surveillance or interference by foreign adversaries. And the algorithm, I know this is a question many of you have had, will be secured, retrained, and retrained site of ByteDance's control. And TikTok will remain globally interoperable, meaning TikTok users in the US will be able to see videos posted by users in other countries and vice versa. While I don't have a number on the specific deal, we do expect that thanks to the president's leadership and the securement of this historic deal will generate as much as $178 billion in economic activity within the US over the next 4 years. So this is great news, not just for the millions of American youth who use TikTok. Their data will be safe and secure with this new deal. They'll continue to use this very fun app. But it's also great news for all the small business owners who have really been able to make a living off of the use of TikTok as well.
And if I could just get one more as it relates to challengers, as there's still no official trade deal with China, farmers are getting a little bit, prices being weak and not strong. How is the administration, thinking about farmers right now from the administration on, sort of bailing farmers out, prices?
The administration is completely understands the anxiety of farmers. We're very much aware of this issue. It has been a part of our discussions, the trade team's discussions with their Chinese counterparts. As for any specific actions, I don't have any news on that for you today, but I can fully assure you the entire National Economic Council in this building, as well as our Secretary of Agriculture, Fort Rollins, have been talking with the trade team about this. There's been many meetings on this, and they are on the ball. But I don't have any
Never mind. I need Twitch and restream customer service member.
James was actively and openly engaged in lawfare. You talk about weaponizing the Department of Justice. What was Letitia James's campaign slogan? It was prosecute Donald Trump. She was saying she was going to prosecute Donald Trump before she even knew if Donald Trump committed a crime, which of course we did not. Those are not the words of a serious prosecutor. Those are the words of a corrupt power. On that, she also led the financial fraud investigation against President Trump and the Trump Organization, and the court tossed that case out. A $500 million civil, which was another win for the president and exonerated him of this witch hunt and showed that this is an individual oath of office. And we also have evidence of mortgage fraud. An April report from a white-collar found that there was documented evidence that James and Gator of financial and property disclosures that raised serious legal questions.
Conclusions of his Justice Department to not bring charges against Letitia James. In fact, you had Bondi and Blanche, top DOJ leadership, who were against ousting Eric Siebert, who again was picked by President Trump.
I just answered that question for you, and the president has every right to express how he feels about these people who literally campaigned on trying to put him in jail, who literally tried to ruin his life and ruin his businesses, and he wants to see accountability for those who abuse their office and abuse their power. And Letitia James absolutely did that, whether you want to admit it or not.
Is that not retribution?
Jeff, it's accountability.
Thanks, President. Two foreign policy questions. President Putin has offered President Trump a 1-year extension of the most recent Cuban limiting nuclear weapons. Does the White House have a reaction to that? Does the president want to accept that offer? And then one separate issue, just generally, what is the president's response or reaction to the number of countries this week who are
Where's the fucking know? I want to be on.
Two great questions, Jeff. To your first question about Russia, President is aware of this offer extended, and I'll let him comment on it later. I think it sounds pretty good, but he wants to make some comments on that himself, and I will let him do that. As for all of these Western nations that are recognizing a Palestinian state, the president has been very clear. He disagrees with this decision. He spoke about that in the UK, standing right next to his friend, Prime Minister Starmer, and he feels this does not do anything to release the hostages, which is the primary goal right now in Gaza. It does nothing to end this conflict and bring this close. And frankly, he believes it's a come off. So these decisions are more of an action from
Just put back. What does President Trump want to do now? And Bondi tell them that there's enough evidence to bring his opponent's cases, the Trump's cases.
That's a hypothetical question.
Well, you can see one U.S. attorney.
It's still
No
unstable.
longer have a job. Is that something?
Oh
Could
my
be their
God.
servers.
Made that clear this weekend, last night, and of course, one said the same, and that's how we think this going.
Just one more time, the attorney general.
Go ahead, Marty.
Russia as a sponsor of terrorism, this confirmed kidnapping Ukrainian children. We just found out through.
I'm restarting it. All right.
Unfortunately, I think it's unsurprising. And it's also very telling that one of the only pardons Joe Biden signed on his way out the door was the pardon of his son. Everything else was signed with an auto pen, but that one was clearly his own signature. To your first question about Russia, I have no news to share with you on that. Sure, in the yellow.
According to media reports, Maduro has sent a letter to President Trump, but President Trump avoided saying whether he has read it. Did he receive it?
We have seen this letter. Frankly, I think there were a lot of lies that were repeated by Maduro in that letter, and the administration's position on Venezuela has not changed. We view the Maduro regime as illegitimate, and the president has clearly shown that he's willing to use any and all means necessary to stop the illegal trafficking of deadly drugs from the Venezuelan regime into the United States of America.
Context of the letter?
Oh,
Yeah, then-
you and then go ahead. Sure.
Thank you, Caroline. With my news. The admin has openly discussed taking legal action against officials in sanctuary jurisdictions. Just this last weekend, we saw Mayor of Evanston, Daniel Bliss, rioting and protesting outside an ICE facility near Chicago. Are there plans to start arresting sanctuary mayors or governors going forward?
Unless they commit a crime, I don't see them being arrested. But if they are violating federal law, if they are violating state law, then of course they should be arrested by state and local law enforcement. If they're violating federal law, then they can expect the consequences of that behavior.
Thank you, Caroline. Would the president like to see Congress pass a national holiday honoring Charlie Kirk annually?
That's an interesting question. I'm sure he wouldn't oppose such a thing. But you can pose that to him yourself next time you get the chance.
And to follow up too, I know the president is honoring Charlie with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Is there anything else that we don't know of in the works to honor Charlie?
Not at this time, but we do look forward to that Medal of Freedom ceremony very soon. Dan.
Thanks, Caroline. This past Friday, Adam Schiff, Tim Kaine introduced a resolution.
I cannot do this. My goodness.
It's not about terrorists and pregnancy. What is a move like this? What type of message does it send to families, specifically families who suffered at the hands of deadly drugs?
I definitely think it sends the wrong message. We wish that Democrats would get on board with a very simple idea of ending drug trafficking and securing our homeland. And I saw a report this morning that the Dominican Republic actually helped us seize a boat that was on its way from Venezuela to the United States of America with lots of deadly drugs on board. And so you actually hear from Caribbean nations in the region, they are thankful and grateful for the administration's efforts, and they're working alongside us to end this plague of drug trafficking through their seas. Sure, Karen.
Over the weekend, Democratic leaders Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries sent a letter to the White House asking for a meeting with the president to talk about government funding.
So, what the hell?
The president sit down with them to talk about this, given that deadline is now.
Discussions are ongoing with both Republican and Democratic members of Capitol Hill. I don't have any meetings or any scheduling updates for you today, but what I will share is that what this White House wants and what Republicans want, we want a clean funding extension to keep the government open.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do?
Simple, clean budget extension, a straightforward, responsible solution to keep the government open to November 21st and allow the full year appropriations process to move forward. And I will add, this is the same budget that the Democrats approved 6 months ago, just adjusted for inflation. And unfortunately, all of a sudden now, they want to shut down the government. And if the government is shut down, it's only going to, it will be the fault of the Democrats, and it will only hurt the most vulnerable in our country, our seniors, our veterans, our military families, and increasing security for members of Congress, which is something this White House and the administration supports. And if you look back at the statements made by Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries in the past, they too have advocated against and for keeping the government open. Democrat Chuck Schumer himself said a shutdown would mean chaos and pain and needless heartache for the American people. He said once, avoiding a shutdown is very good news for the country, for our veterans, for parents and children, for farmers, and for small businesses. Hakeem Jeffries also said it's about the harm. Families will be hurt if there is a government shutdown. Farmers will be hurt. Holiday travel will be impacted. Democrats clearly know what the right thing to do is here. It's to join with Republicans to pass this clean funding extension. That's what the White House and the president wants. And with that, we will see you all at 4 o'clock for this big announcement later on. Thanks, guys.
Okay, fine. Really? Come on. Oh. Thank you. Okay, this is where I need your help, Ross.
Okay.
No, like, oh, it's not bad. Over here. I need,
Another set of eyes.
no, I need more understanding than I have.
Okay, I'll come over and help test that. Packing the bone will have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are we doing?
Monetization.
Onboarding.
Yeah.
Complete the onboarding steps below in order to start monetizing on Twitch.
These things. Oh, yep.
Okay, your payout setup is currently in progress. Please click continue to pick up where you left off. Well, let's do that. Click continue. Royalty interview. Not starting.
Or this one.
Begin tax service interview.
Royalty or this one. Submit your tax information or where's the royalty? Oh, a new window will open where you can submit your royalty tax information. Please complete this tax information. Once you not started. Wait, does this get to go to
The IRS?
no, the charities?
I think first it's setting up the money to come to you. And then you can send it to the charities if you want.
Right. That's
I'm pretty sure, unless you have a bank account for a charity with a routing number that you can put in there where the money would go. All right, let's do the tax service interview. If we're not, the royalty tax interview, we could start that. What?
oh my gosh. Okay. I honestly do not have patience.
It's not
today.
typing. You got to click the line. There you go.
Thank you. I think that's it. Yep.
Use your SMS code. Submit. Cool. All right. Click one of those to start again.
Why? We just did. There's nothing. I can't click on it. Oh, yeah, I can.
Looks like it's already filled a lot of it in. Oh, you want your address in there? I would drop the 201. Wow.
I can't even change the channel either.
Oh, geez. Oh, maybe now we can. What?
That's it. That's what I was wondering.
All right. Well, we just navigated to Twitch. Individual, correct. Are you a United States citizen? Yes. Tax identity information. They spell everything correct. DBA is optional. Social security number. That's what you got to put down. Okay, now the address you can get, hopefully, I would get the apartment number off of there. You deserve some privacy.
It won't let me.
Can't edit it?
Nope.
Bastards. Okay, I consent. Hang on.
It says to consent electronically.
Well, yeah, but let's see what you're consenting to.
W9.
Please review the information and scroll. Okay, I consent to sign my IRS form W9 electronically. Right. The IRS is going to get a W9. And then you get a 1099 at the end of the year telling you how much revenue there was.
I'm just gonna nothing. It's
No, don't put anything in there.
I was gonna say
Just disregard it.
okay. I have none of them.
Yes, you're a sole proprietor.
It's already checked.
There you go. Nice. Some of this is already done for you. Oh, okay. Apartment 201, 201. I mean, is there no way to edit this?
Yeah.
Get
Nope.
no way to edit
Nope.
it. Isn't that stupid? Do the signature. Okay, what's that say? Update your signature, exactly match your name. Probably wants your whole name. Yeah, it says your full name. There you go. That should work. Validate. Applicable withholding rate is 0%. The flow will not have taxes automatically withheld. So that part is good. Let's go to the next. Yeah, go to the tax service or begin service tax interview.
It's one or the other, isn't it?
Oh, well.
No, I'm asking.
I don't think so. I think you have to do both.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's both of them. Hey.
Yep.
Both are the same thing.
Hello? I think you have the wrong number. Yep.
I don't understand why it's a blank screen.
Where were you?
It just brought me.
Oh, you're in monetization. That's where you were. Well, that's the one that's purple.
I know, and we're already done with it.
All of it?
Yeah, it brought me back here.
Okay.
See, unstable. I don't get this.
And that's Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitch is.
Can you try Twitch again from your computer and see if it
even loads?
Yeah.
It hasn't been loading.
I know, but humor me one more time, please.
Oh, of course. I'm here to help. Okay, Twitch. Hey, it's up and it's stable. Look.
Twitches? No, that's my restream. Well, it's restream is streaming to Twitch.
Yeah, that's what it's.
And that's what it looks like. So why
are they saying unstable? It's not unstable. It looks good to me. Resolution is low. There you are.
But that's not me.
That's what we're seeing.
No, this is what I'm needing.
Oh.
No, it's not playing my game. And
It's just playing your camera. One of your
all
cameras.
right, let me restart it and start streaming and see what it does.
It's 2:00. Leave enough gas in your tank to go.
I don't want to go.
Damn.
I know.
How about this?
What?
Can you do this at least?
What?
Confirm that it's ready for pickup.
Oh, yeah. That. The Gallifrey or something
Gallifrey,
is.
which is really important.
The Medodrone is not.
We don't need it.
We don't?
No.
Okay, so that Gilla something is ready.
Yeah, and wait a minute. Oh, and the diazepam.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Not in here.
Well, that's there. Diazepam.
No, I guess we gotta wait a little bit longer. I made a mistake.
Well, yeah. Hopefully they can pull the diazepam today. It's 2:00.
Let's see. Prescriptions. Order received. Medodrone. More refills requested. Are we? Oh yeah, we are out. I'm out.
Yeah.
So, order received, requested. It's ready for pickup. Give them like an hour and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you warm enough?
Fine, I guess.
Because I'm going to turn the heat off.
Camera's perfect on no. Oh God, is that?
What is Streamlabs?
You said I'm out of diazepam?
Yes.
Can you grab me? No. Okay, live streaming on Streamlabs. I don't know. I'm just checking it out. Do I have an account already?
I'm sure. I mean, if Streamlabs will cost money.
But that means
we used to get charged
Restream gets deleted.
Well, but Restream's how you stream today, and that's what we pay.
Yeah, but that's not too much of a problem. But what the hell is happening with Twitch? I can't play. I can't see it.
That's what Twitch is showing right now.
Yeah, not my game.
Well, you don't have your game up, do you?
Yeah, my game won't play. It's pixelated so bad it's.
Show me that.
So yeah, they're saying I already have a Streamlab account.
Yeah, we've been charged before, and went back and to the bank, and which reminds me, I need to do that right now.
This isn't me. No, but let's do this one. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna have to.
40 to 100K a year. What is an lead relationship manager?
Okay, this is me. Um,
That ain't me.
okay, look at this, please. So this is Streamlabs.
Yeah.
I can adjust everything I want. Well, kind of.
What does it do hooking up to what you?
That's what I'm about to do. I'm going to go live, but how do I?
The webcam
Scene.
is microphone is what's working right now.
Studio mode. Yeah, I know, but I want to see how to get the background. Well, see, it says it's in gameplay.
Okay.
So let's just go live and see.
But if you're live with your other,
I don't know.
how can it
I
jump?
don't.
Maybe it'll jump over it, jump on top of it, blow out the other stream, and take over.
This is driving me nuts. Okay, so wait a minute. Maybe I should end